What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to our video on the channel. Today, guys, we are going to be talking about the Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance Ultimania once again, continuing the main Nomura interviews. In the last video, we discussed plenty about why Dream Eaters were created and what went into creating the Dream Eaters and the general gameplay of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out in the end card at the end of this video in the outro or in the description down below in the playlist. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Being able to view flashback cutscenes whenever we wanted with the Memento feature was new. Production-wise, we were trying to make the story as deep and layered as possible, but then we'd have to show many explanatory cutscenes. I'd always thought there was no way to progress the story other than to increase the number of cutscenes, but I think we found a way after all with the Memento feature. It's like people who want to enjoy the story can watch it whenever, and people who want to hurry and advance through the game can fly through and perhaps watch it while taking a break. We thought it was very refreshing being able to read summaries of all the past titles with the Chronicles feature too. Those were originally written by Oka, scenario and cutscene director, with revisions by me. If we'd had time, I would have wanted to do them in pictures, but we couldn't go that far this time. It is, of course, so people who hadn't played a title could follow along, but the text is written to be so clear that it even includes parts that weren't asserted definitively in each game. So if people who already know the story read along to see if they had things right, they may discover new things. I think pictures would have been a good way to do it too, but text does have the advantage of allowing people to re-examine the necessary parts straight away. Personally, with the Memento stuff in Dream Drop Distance, I am 50-50 on it. I understand perfectly their reasoning for it, but I kind of think the same exact thing is already done by just having a skip cutscene feature by pausing the game and skipping. The scene after the final battle, where you get 3 multiple choice questions, is a condition for unlocking the secret movie. That's a system that hasn't been used in the series up until now, isn't it? The truth is, we put that condition in as a trap, with only the same conditions as always, being able to view it condition free if you clear the game on proud mode, or having it unlock when you collect a certain number of trophies like up until now. There are some people who end up only playing to the secret movie, that's fine, but even if people are solving it quickly, I still want there to be a puzzle to solve. Having said that, it's very easy to choose the right ones. The correct answers all have important in them. I wanted to make it so that you can solve it if you notice the regularity. And also, I would have been in trouble if I had forgotten it myself, so I went with that. Now we would like to ask a few questions about the future of the Kingdom Hearts series. First of all, if you get the letter's secret message unlocked in the credits, for this title you can read a message in the keyword glossary. The English letters there surely mean we can hope for Cage 3 next. I will leave that to your imaginations. Well, you'll know the answer soon, I suppose. At the end of the credits, when Sora and Riku go into the light, the shape of the light looks like a 3. I can't go into detail, but you could think of it as a secret message from me. Now, is there a possibility you will make a Kingdom Hearts 3D Final Mix title? I don't know what might happen in the years to come, but as of now, there are no plans. Osaka development team have several titles on their hands. It's not the right time for that. Oh boy, the questions about Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, Dream Drop Distance was the game that really amped up the KH3 hype train just even more before it would eventually be announced in 2013. You can kind of consider like those moments in Dream Drop as sort of the start for us as fans for our journey through the Kingdom Hearts 3 development phase. Next year it would be announced, and then the story from there is pretty much told already. And regarding a final mix, is actually a little surprising when you think about that Dream Drop Distance didn't receive one. Final mixes aren't guaranteed for a lot of Kingdom Hearts games, but in a lot of cases, they tend to give Kingdom Hearts games some extra content, especially some of the super major ones. Dream Drop not getting one is kind of insane, and this kind of tells you to a degree that Dream Drop's story, when it was written out completed, they're just ready to move on to the next project after that, ready to make KH3 as we would know would be in development afterwards. At the end of the secret movie for Birth by Sleep Final Mix, an interesting message that said Birth by Sleep Volume 2 appeared. Is there a chance that a Birth by Sleep Volume 2 will be appearing? It seems that many people thought that, but during that movie, there were the words, a fragmentary passage, weren't there? That means a bits and pieces of something whole. In short, a story for Volume 2 exists that ought to be told, but the story cuts off with those scenes. Because of that, I won't say there is absolutely no chance we will produce a title to follow BBS, but there are no plans as of right now. In an interview in the day's Ultimania, you said, I'm thinking of a mystery cage that made the producer go, what? Was that Kingdom Hearts 3D? No, it wasn't. I originally planned to make that after BBS, but we ended up making Kingdom Hearts 3D and the project was stopped. It's a shame, but we won't be starting that project again. Huh? A secret project that was stopped? And this isn't talking about Versus 13, because at this point, Versus 13 was still in development, Nomura was still working on it, and wouldn't fall off with the project until years after, but a mystery KH game, hello? Well, I guess there's minimal point in speculating on this too much, because they said that they won't be starting the project again. Who knows if it's a project we happen to get later down the road and didn't know it was originally canceled or stopped at one point. But assuming it's something that was never brought up again in those 10 years, then that's kind of crazy. I'm sure there's many Kingdom Hearts games though that they had ideas for and just stopped that we never knew about. That happens with game development or stories pretty frequently actually. But still, that's interesting to hear nonetheless, especially interesting to hear in an interview because you don't normally hear about that stuff in interviews. But that will about do it for today's video, guys. I really appreciate all of the love and support lately. I apologize for the lack of live streams recently. I have recently been addicted to multi-blood type Lumina, and I'm having a lot of fun with the game, and I've just been practicing it, training, doing tournaments, and all that stuff. So it's a little bit of a reason why streams haven't been as frequent as of late, but we'll get back to it soon. Anyways though, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you haven't already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.
Now she's a daydreamer.